I was talking and you appeared to be a million miles away. I noticed you haven't been yourself since I arrived in New Orleans. More than once you've seemed preoccupied about something. Is everything okay?" Jillian waved off Paige's words. The last thing she wanted was for her sister to start worrying and begin digging. "Yes, everything is okay, Paige." Paige didn't look convinced. I don't know. Maybe I should forget about being in that movie and go on that cruise with you after all." Jillian picked up her wine glass to take a sip. "Don't be silly. You're doing the right thing. Besides, I'm not going on the cruise." "Why not?" Jillian was surprised at her sister's question. "Surely you don't expect me to go without you. You need a break before starting your residency." Jillian rolled her eyes. "Get real, Paige. What would I do on a 2-week cruise by myself?" "Rest, relax, enjoy the sights, the ocean, the peace and quiet, and you might look up and meet some nice single guy." Jillian shook her head. "Nice single guys don't go on cruises alone. Besides, the last thing I need right now is a man in my life." Paige laughed. "Jill, you haven't had a guy in your life since you dated Cobb Grindstone in your senior year at Gamble High. I think what's missing in your life is a man." Jillian bristled at her sister's words. "Not hardly, especially with my busy schedule. And I don't see you with anyone special." "At least I've been dating over the years. You haven't. Or if you have, you haven't told me about it." Jillian schooled her expression into an impassive facade. She'd never told Paige about her affair with Aidan, and considering how it had ended, she was glad she hadn't. "Jill." She glanced up at her sister. "Yes?" A teasing smile spread across Paige's lips. "You aren't keeping secrets, are you?" Jill knew Paige had given her the perfect opportunity to come clean about her affair with Aidan, but she wasn't ready. Even after a year, the pain was still raw. And the last thing Jillian needed was for Paige to start probing for more information. "You know the reason I don't have a man in my life is because of time. My focus has been on becoming a doctor and nothing else." Paige didn't have to know that a few years ago Aidan had wiggled his way past that focus without much effort. That had been a mistake that cost her. "That's why I think you should go on that cruise without me," Paige said. "You've worked hard and need to rest and enjoy yourself for a change. Once you begin your residency, you'll have even less time for yourself, or anything else." "That's true," Jillian said. "But no buts, Jillian." Jillian knew that tone. She also knew that whenever Paige called her by her full name, she meant business. "If I were to go on that cruise alone, I'd be bored stiff. You're talking about 2 weeks." Paige gave her a pointed look. "I'm talking about 2 weeks that I believe you need. And just think of all the fabulous places you'll get to see. Barcelona, France, Rome, Greece, and Turkey." Now it was Paige who reached out to take hold of Jillian's hand. "Look, Jill, there is something going on with you. I can feel it. Whatever it is, it's tearing you apart. I picked up on it months ago, the last time I came to visit you." A wry smile touched Paige's lips when she added, "Perhaps you are keeping secrets. Maybe there's some doctor in medical school that caught your eye and you're not ready to tell me about him. One who has blown your mind and you don't know how to handle the intensity of such a relationship. If that's the case, I understand. All of us at some time or another have issues we prefer to deal with alone. That's why I believe 2 weeks on the open seas will be good for you." Jillian drew in a deep breath. Paige didn't know how close she was to the truth. Her problem did center on some doctor, but not one attending medical school with her. At that moment, the waitress returned with their meal, and Jillian appreciated the interruption.